We are Indiana in the Morning here on WCCS AM 1160, 101.1 FM, brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. One of the guys that's very busy this time of year, Milt Lady and his crew out at White Township. Milt, what are you working on today?
Yeah, good morning, Chuck.
Good morning.
Well, today we're getting ready to do some road work, which is a busy time in the summer for us. Just a word of caution out there. We are doing roadside mowing operations, so please be aware of slow-moving vehicle or tractors out there with the boom mower. We are getting around to it, so we only have one tractor, so be patient. We will get to all the roads eventually, but that's just a word of caution for everybody out there driving. But road work otherwise is paving, getting ready for our seal coating work. We're doing patching, and then also that's preparation for our contracted paving crew that comes in and does our main roads for the summer.
What are some of the main roads and areas that you will be repaving and patching?
The biggest road that we just completed patching was Xena Road. That'll be seal coated. And then some of the other roads are up in the Claypool Heights area of the township.
Were there any big problems over the winter of any certain roads in the area?
No, actually our roads are in pretty decent shape. We didn't have any real landslides or sinkholes, major sinkholes that popped up over the winter.
Some of the other areas that the White Township crews will be out working at, your stormwater cross pipe and basin repairs, right?
Yes, that's always ongoing. The sinkholes I just mentioned, they do tend to pop up. The old galvanized steel pipes that were put in the 60s and 70s. They're all ending their life cycle, so every once in a while we get a call that the hole's developing and we have to go out and replace those pipes.
Are those being replaced with some sort of plastic material?
Yes, we do use the new plastic pipes, so they should last a lot longer this time.
I understand that the township recently received a road safety audit report from the Southwestern Pennsylvania Commission. I guess PennDOT and the borough and the township were all involved in that, right?
Yes, that was done last year, and that report came out. And it made recommendations, mostly from a safety standpoint. So now we have to review that and give our feedback as to whether or not we can do a long-range plan to address some of the issues. Some of them are minor and short-term, and we can take care of them right away. Now, but other ones are going to require planning.
Yeah. Is that a report that comes out every so many years or that you have to do?
No, it's a request put in by either PennDOT or one of the entities. If we think a corridor, we could use an audit to address some safety issues that we're seeing.
We mentioned some of the road work. I don't think this is a White Township project, but the 286 area from the malls, do you folks have anything
from the malls
from the malls in
the borough?
Yeah.
No, that's all PennDOT.
Okay.
We don't have any work involved.
No side work at all, or
no. Our work will come when they do the widening project from Rustic Lodge out to Walmart.
Okay.
That's a 2 or 3 year phase project. So we'll have to relocate some of our sanitary sewer lines for that project. And that's basically going from a 3-lane to almost a 5-lane road. So that's to start next year with utility work.
Milt Lady from White Township joining us this morning here on Indiana in the Morning. Sanitary sewers, I know that's a lot of work for the township and something that maybe the normal citizens doesn't even think about, right?
Well, it's hidden infrastructure. People don't realize it's there. They just want it to work. And certainly we had some issues earlier in the year when DEP had restricted our tap allocations. We since developed our corrective action plan, and part of that plan is to really do an extensive inspection of all our main collection lines, which we are doing with our new camera truck. And we're locating inflow and infiltration problem areas so that we can address those issues in the near future with corrective action.
Now, I know we've had lots of rain over the last several years. Has this been a problem for any of your sewer areas?
Yes, it does overload some of our pump stations with excess water getting into the system, and that's what we need to address because when you get that situation, it causes backups all up the line, even though it's affecting people way downstream. So that's one of the main areas that has come to light because of the recent flooding.
And the township does have a number of retention ponds, correct?
We are taking over some of the ponds that were built by developers, provided that our street water is going into those ponds. We feel there's some responsibility there. So we're maintaining them. And basically those stormwater ponds over the years have been noted not to fill up. They're not really working properly. So I guess we're trying to orifice the outlet structures to make them collect more water and do their job properly.
Now, do they get vegetation and growth in them during the years? And
yes,
I'm sure that sometimes some
we
pipes...
try to maintain some of that. I mean, we don't want to cut it too much that we cause erosion issues, but obviously we don't want big trees and brush growing in there. So, yes, that's an added responsibility that we'll have to maintain.
And probably some of the pipes that lead water in need cleaned out every once in a while.
Yes, we have a jet that does that work.
Okay, another project for White Township, your Fulton Run sewer project.
Yes.
I guess we'll be breaking ground in a couple of months, right?
We anticipate that. The county, being that we're using some CDBG funds, is in charge of that project. We will own it once it's complete, but they are in working with the contractor to get all the paperwork in, and they'll issue a notice to proceed very shortly, and we anticipate getting that done by the end of the year.
Oh, the whole thing should be completed that soon.
Yes, we hope so.
Okay. What about the 286 East sewer project? I guess you're still designing that,
Yes,
right?
we're still in the design phase there. Obviously not going quite as fast as I'd like it, but we, with the DEP mandate and all that on our corrective action plan, we had to put some things on the back burner, and that was one of them. So, but we're plugging away, and we hopefully will have the design done here, I guess maybe within the year, to start work on that project.
Milt Lady with White Township with us this morning here on Indiana in the Morning. Now, it's not all road work that your crews have to concern themselves with. There's also some construction throughout White Township, right?
We're not really involved except from a planning standpoint. I mean, we're not out there doing the work, but there is a lot of construction activity in the township. We got the Alice Paul House being built. We also have Burger King under construction. That's like a 90-day construction. Mm-hmm. They demoed, and they hope to be up and running in 90 days, pretty fast. Urban Outfitters, that construction's ongoing. They did get approved for their phase 2, which is adding to their original design of the warehouse. So it's almost going to be 1 million square feet when it's all done. And also then we're working on a 10-year comprehensive plan update from a planning commission standpoint.
White Township also involved in some recreation of Indiana County, and I would think this is probably the busiest time for recreation, correct?
Well, it is on the outside. We have all our parks to maintain. We got a lot of recreation programs that we're getting up and running. We got all the baseball fields. That's kind of winding down a little bit with the playoffs and all that going on, which allows us now to start renovating some of the facilities. We're working on the Keystone Stadium, making some repairs there. Also, some of the dugout areas. And also, we're moving on with our arena renovation out there. As everybody knows, we've received a grant, and we're finalizing the design of those renovations. And also, we have all the carpet ripped up in the arena lobby, waiting to put in the new rubber flooring that's already there. We just need to put it down.
Let's remind listeners, of course, planning commissions have a schedule for meetings, and also the supervisors. What are their next get-togethers look like?
The meeting for planning commissions tonight at 7:30. There's only really one final site plan up for approval, and our supervisor meeting is tomorrow night at 7:30.
Of course, the public is invited and encouraged
Absolutely.
to attend, right?
Yes.
Even if you don't have a question or a concern, it's good just to sit there and find out what's happening, isn't it?
It does. You find out all the work that's involved and the little facets of the government that are working.
So the supervisors will meet tomorrow night, 7:30. Planning commissioners tonight at 7:30. Milt, anything else that we need to hit on before?
No, everybody have a great summer, and looking forward to getting the roads up to shape.
Okay, lots of mowing?
Oh, yes. Yeah, we're a little behind on that, but we had a tractor repair that needed done yesterday, but we'll be back on it.
Well, I remember last year it seemed like you had to mow every week.
Oh, yeah, the grass never turned brown.
It's pretty much the same situation throughout White Township as well. Well, we certainly thank you for stopping in. I know it's a busy, busy time for you and your crew, and good luck, and we'll do our best to give you good, workable weather. How's that sound?
Oh, that'd be great. Thank you, Chuck.
All right. Milt Lady with us here on Indiana in the Morning, WCCS AM 1160, 101.1 FM.